Alright. Let's go, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Where we left off, it was we had just captured the
Well, we had.
girl.
We kind of just didn't do anything. We fought her, I guess.
Oh yeah, I like how that guy actually wished you off his wish list.
Yeah,
Like,
that was great. I don't know what the
failure.
reward would have been. I don't know if I should have or shouldn't have done that, but like, whatever. It's an RPG.
I think
like,
you're supposed to be sympathetic to the poor people.
maybe.
We don't know.
I bet we get rewarded by the people later for not capturing them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That might be the trade-off.
I don't know. It just doesn't feel like
Because
any
it just
of
seemed
the...
like they had a culture revolving around, what, taming monsters or something?
Yeah,
and...
using them for protection or to live or something. Let's see.
We'll actually have to see what that entails.
Should probably actually, like, save once we're in here. Watch him fight us again. It's like, assassins! He's, like, actually just, like, woefully incompetent and just pretending to know what he's doing.
Zemrod, whatever his name
Yeah.
was? Zemrod?
We're happy to report, Rahet has been successfully quashed, Lord Zemrod. Very few Twilighters escaped our grasp, and casualties to our forces were negligible. I expect General Aronis will share the details with you shortly. Well done, Galdra. You performed above expectations. And you, Kanata, the soldiers are talking about your bravery. You must be exhausted. Please go and take a well-deserved rest. As you wish, Lord Zemrod.
Hmm?
Lord Zemrod, I'm afraid we'll not complete it in time. You are dismissed. If you have time enough for excuses, you have time enough to deliver what I asked for. We really need it to purge the island of those hideous beasts.
Are they creating a super weapon out of terramite to destroy all the monsters?
Probably yes. But we need more time to stabilize the terramite. It's too unsafe. I said you're dismissed. Do not make me repeat myself.
I'm sorry. Oh, you can actually talk with the technician?
Yes, it's about that research. We're going to need more time to investigate it more.
He's just like, withdraw at once.
Go away. Well, yeah, I think we are going to get double-crossed, or we're going to have to fight the Empire, or any number of things. We'll see. There's nothing like an honest day's work. We're all owed some well-earned downtime. You must go and enjoy the city.
What about you, Commander Galdra?
I will remain here and await General Aronis' report to Lord Zemrod. Left to his own devices, the General might spin tales of imaginary heroic feats. Ha! Commander, is there any chance we could see Locke now? Forgive me, I should have said something sooner. Locke is still in need of rest. I know how concerned you are, but I need you to be patient and give us a bit more time. We understand. You have been of great service to the Empire, and for this we are eternally grateful. We promise to provide the greatest level of care for him, so please, you earned yourself some rest. Now take it. You're too kind, Commander. Thank you for taking care of Locke. Not at all. My men will contact you when we need you next. I wonder if something's wrong with Locke.
Yeah, if they're using Locke or if something's up.
Yeah. Or he's dead, and we're just being roped along.
Mm-hmm. So, shall we go, Kanata? What's the matter?
What we did on Rahet, how we captured all those Twilighters, none of that feels right to me.
It's a little late to start having second thoughts, Kanata. And besides, it's in the hands of the Imperials now. There's nothing we can do.
I can't shake this feeling we're on the wrong side of this fight. Do you feel it too? Isn't it weird to any of you how Zemrod and Shara told us two different stories? I don't know about you guys, but I want to know the truth. I want to hear from the Twilighters themselves, what they have to say.
But how are we supposed to talk to them? We don't know where they're being kept.
Then let's track them down. We know they're being held in the capital somewhere. Somebody somewhere in this city must know their whereabouts. You're right. Why don't we start asking around the base?
So now they're finally expressing the thoughts that we've been having most of this time.
Yeah.
Also, is there any way for you to dim that screen down?
My other monitor?
Yeah.
Not really. What I can do is just close Firefox so it's not super bright.
Thank
Is that
you.
better? Yeah.
Because I'm trying to focus on the dialogue on the other screen, and I'm just having another light in my peripheral vision and things moving around. Actually, I think it's those meters that are also sending me...
Unfortunately, I can't do much about those meters because that's my recording software, and if that goes away, I have no idea if something...
If something went wrong.
Yeah.
No, I know. I understand. In the future, when we have a nice setup with, like, television stuff and whatnot, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Then you can finally have your couch.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
Sleepy.
Whenever I play this game, it just makes me like the
Fall
sleepiest.
asleep?
Yeah.
It's because of the music.
I think it's also just a very sepia game.
It is. It is. If there were...
So I heard you're a real hero in the last mission. Maybe you should consider becoming an Imperial capital soldier. We'd be proud to have you. I don't think I want to wear your weird helmet. You know, I think I know where they are. But we're probably still going to have to ask somebody. What were Zemrod and the scientists talking about?
They're
just
talking
talk to
about the
people.
super weapon. Oh, there's so much smog in the city.
Yeah.
Is his name, like, Snavio? How do you pronounce that?
Canavier. You have to be very, like...
Navio.
This guy, maybe?
Yeah, who is he?
He's the chief engineer.
Yeah, he is the engineer.
What's with the strange faces, folks? Ain't you the heroes of the hour? I guess, but actually, we're trying to figure something out, you see.
Amatsu! Just the person we need to talk to. Do you know where they're keeping those prisoners they brought back?
Sure do. They locked him up in the prison block, or so they say.
The prison block? Where's that?
Right behind the headquarters. Got him shut in that dingy prison tower. Hellhole. Schmack. We really need to talk to them. Do you know? Do you think they'll let us? I don't know about that, Sonny. Ain't you the ones that defied them soldier boys? No visitors allowed in. Thanks anyway.
Whoa, I just noticed something about the typeface.
But
Are the letters, like, slightly off kilter from one letter to the next? Or is that just the background playing
that's
tricks
probably
on
just
me?
the background messing with you.
That's the background. You're Yanni.
Yeah, I am. I can see by your face that you're determined, but I think you better give up. Imperial Command prison block, I bet it's like a fortress.
Vaughn's got a point, as much as I hate to admit it. It's too reckless to try to break into a military facility.
If only there was another way. In times like these, that fall of night would be useful. Too bad this era has none.
Wait, there's no night in this world?
What?
That is true.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it's a
he's-
JRPG. Like, we just assumed that there was no nightfall, but, you know, there's no 24 o'clock, but would.
So he's talking about, like, under the cover of darkness. But for them, there's no darkness. People, when do they sleep, or do they just shut up their houses?
Yeah,
and-
curtains.
Is that why, like, the moon? Or maybe because there is no moon? Or what,
Yeah, I don't
what was
know.
the whole thing with the moon?
I don't know. Don't mind me, I'm putting on pajama pants.
You're putting on pajama pants.
Cool.
Okay. Night? What's that? That's such a weird question.
It is a weird question.
What does their planet have a perfect orbit
I
with
mean,
their sun?
it's a fantasy world.
No,
so
but then that would be too.
they
then it would
could
be
have a
too
totally
bright.
flat world, and it would be consistent with the universe. Well, it's something that existed in the previous generations. The light used to give way to the dark periodically. They called the dark time night. Seems like you used the word dusk in this era. But dusk originally meant only the moments before nightfall. I don't know why I'm so sleepy.
Wake up! Wake up!
Maybe you should make me some tea. So, night is when light disappears? With something like that, we might be able to sneak into the prison block unnoticed. Sure, with no light, I guess it would be easier to get past the guards. But hey, this night talk is all well and good. But how are ancient tales like that going to be of any use to us in the here and now?
Do you guys remember when Locke's wallet was stolen?
Lumina, we're kind of busy trying to find a way into the prison tower right now.
Bleh. I thought it was like so I am, but so am I? Okay. So am I. Do you remember that strange man we met at the inn that time? Didn't he say something about the vanishing of light?
Oh yeah, he said something about doing some kind of research into it.
Maybe he knows something about this night phenomenon.
I see you're the kind of person who thinks big, Lumina. You're suggesting we bring back night to this world, right? Well, until someone comes up with a better idea, why not? It's worth a shot at least.
I just imagine that would bring mass hysteria to
Yeah,
the populace.
how wacky would it be if suddenly the moon, like, for us, if, like, night stopped happening? And,
Yeah.
like...
Wouldn't everything toast? Wouldn't trees be like, yay?
Yeah, I don't
and then
know
they'd
what
be
would
like,
happen.
no, when they get fried.
It would be bad, yeah.
Well, actually, do plants benefit from a time of respite at night? Or would they actually be happy perpetually
Yes,
taking...
they do. They do benefit from it. I don't remember the direct reasoning, though.
Probably so that they get more moisture.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they'd be respiring so much that they would lose all of their water. That, or they would just need that much more water to keep themselves going.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know necessarily.
And I mean,
what
there
would
are
happen.
plants that, you know, flowers that are like partial shade, part sun, part shade. Like they do have requirements.
Where's the dude? I don't see the dude.
You need to go to Marport.
Was it the Marport Inn?
Yeah.
I thought it was... No. It was most definitely a guy here.
No, it was the Marport Inn.
Wait, what was that?
What was that?
Soldier that comes here a lot got up and rushed out.
Oh.
Passed some soldiers on the way here. Scary. No, I'm sorry, I'm not reading.
I think she said where the wallet was stolen, you know?
Wait, soldiers grabbed some people.
Ah, interesting. Maybe they're using people in their sordid experiments. I was so shocked by all the soldiers that passed by, but don't worry. Our inn is still open as usual, and we're ready to serve your every need. Yeah, so there's a lot of soldiers, and they've been nabbing people.
Oh,
Wait,
there's-
the guy lives in the city district?
Yeah, so... Oh, you know, I bet I know where he lives.
Is he gonna be next to Plana's shop or something?
No, there's a random house right here
Oh.
that never made any sense.
No, that's the
Maybe
little...
not. No. Why is there a house here?
It's so that you can rate it?
I...
Talk to people? I don't know.
Yeah, usually, like, most buildings you just can't access, but why this one? I don't know, I guess we'll have to figure it out later.
I never understood that about some Pokemon games either, where there were just houses with people in them, but they didn't actually have anything to trade with you or say or do.
Yeah. Dunno. Yeah, I guess we'll check near Plana's place. Maybe, I mean, he could live
I think it's...
next door.
Yeah, let's see. Well, there's an old couple.
City feels on edge. Does something happen? Plana's with the research today. I mean, we could check with Plana.
I mean, the other dude is some kind of scientist or technician, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she would even have something to say about the technician's plans.
I do wish that there was maybe a little bit more direction than, like, search the city for the person, even though I guess it makes more sense this way.
More old glasses? How many does she have? She doesn't have anything to say to you right now,
Nope.
apparently. Looks like they have air conditioning. See the
Do they?
fans? Yeah.
Oh, it's some kind of vent system at the very least.
Mm-hmm. It could be heat, or it could be cold air. That would actually be interesting if a city, say, built tunnels or walls and everyone built their houses off the side of them and it created a kind of vent system.
Yeah.
She had just said something about Marport, but then the guy lives in the city district?
Yeah, well, the scientist... Ah, here he is.
Ah, there he is, yep.
Goodness, you startled me. There, I don't often get visitors. So you're interested in my research. How novel. I'm investigating the relation between the mysterious column and the phenomenon of the vanishing light. Actually, sir, it's that very topic, the vanishing of the light, we want to talk about. Your fellow archaeologist,
I think it's archaeologist.
Yeah, archaeologists, then. Wonderful, wonderful. It's not often I meet kindred spirits in the antiquated and antediluvian studies. Ask away, dear friends. I'm at your disposal. You're welcome to any of the research papers and textbooks gathering dust on my shelves.
I like how he kept shoving them. Or just stepping forward and everyone was stepping back to preserve some kind of personal space bubble.
Yep.
It certainly sounds like we've come to the right person.
We'd be better off paying the local fortune teller for advice if you ask me. Let's see, what does this say? Oh!
He can read the ancient texts.
Seems like his research hits the nail on the head. Let's see. The vanishing of the light, he mentioned, must mean night. And that mysterious column, that is surely the chronospritnite column, which controls time. Spritnite columns are huge pillars that are the sources of all life and power. Think of them as incredibly complex artifacts. There are 8 of them: fire, water, earth, air, holy, dark, chrono, and thunder. The fire spritnite column, for example, is the source of all fire in the world. The same applies to the chronospritnite column, the source of time. And it was the lost phenomenon that caused the chrono column to lose its power, robbing us of night. I see. It's incredible how thorough his research is. What a brilliant mind he has. Kanata, I recommend you read this too. You'd learn a great deal from his work.
If the scholar heard what Abaro said just now, he'd be flying through the roof.
And Abaro actually lived in that era too. The scholar knew that Abaro had all the answers to his mysteries.
We better make sure Abaro doesn't blurt out anything that would spill his secret.
According to my sources, the vanishing of the light still existed during the age.
Memory.
Of the plated people. Their Vulko suits and other technology may have been developed as a response to some threat to the light vanishing phenomenon. At least I can't rule the idea out at any rate. Let's investigate a little bit more.
Night memory, number 1.
I would assume that this phenomenon of the vanishing of light led to a greater diversity in the natural world. Life forms most likely existed. They were only active during periods without night, and that hid away during the periods of light.
I would think that would limit the amount of wildlife. rather than make it more varied, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or is he saying that there's more life forms during the period of night?
Yeah, well, more diversity.
Mm-hmm.
I pinpointed the time when the pillar to the southwest of the capital got lost. And guess what? It matches up with the time that the phenomenon of the vanishing of light stopped being talked about. So I hypothesized that the phenomenon ceased because the column southwest of the capital became lost.
Wait, people have these columns that are just sitting around, and if someone destroys them, people would lose the ability to make that kind of magic?
Oh, that's an interesting...
Because I thought that Abaro said, you know, all fire comes from the flame column Spritnite. So then it would be...
Huh.
Like, what if... Does that mean that no one would be able to have lamps anymore?
I don't know. At one time, the phenomenon of the vanishing of light used to occur regularly. My study of ancient runes has convinced me of that. There, we got quite a bit now. I think I'll just try talking to the scholar, too.
Dusk memory.
What'd she say? Oh.
Oh, he accidentally talked with the bookshelf again. I went out earlier and saw a bunch of soldiers taking people away. What do you think that was all about?
Oh, maybe them taking a bunch of people away was just the Twilighters. It's not that they nabbed a bunch of citizens.
No.
That actually makes the most amount of sense.
They were just humans. Yeah.
Judging by your expression, you like what you've heard, eh?
No battery!
So you're a bit of a history buff, are you? Well, in that case, let me tell you a bit about my most recent findings. My theory is that the phenomenon of the vanishing of light must have had something to do with the mysterious Spritnite column. I consulted my ancient tomes, and it seems like there's been other lost items in the past. That one, the mysterious Spritnite column alone, couldn't possibly be responsible for controlling all things, you see. No, that's why I think it can't be the only one. There must be other Spritnite columns besides that one. That's the hypothesis. Hypothesis I'm writing up at the moment, anyway. I'll let you read it as soon as I can. Bet you can't wait, eh?
Dawn memory.
Let's go raid his upstairs. Aha!
I still don't understand how you can get memories from words from people who've never actually experienced the thing they're talking about. You know?
At the same time, gravity exists regardless of whether or not we put words to it, but by putting words to it, we understand what gravity does and is.
Mm-hmm. Also, there's something inside that phone booth.
It's like 1 gold.
Anyway, what are we waiting for? Let's head for this Chrono Spritnite column.
After you, Lumina. The Chrono column is southwest of the capital, I believe. That's a phone booth.
Yes, I know it's a phone booth.
No,
And
they were just all
gold.
turning to look at the phone booth. The idea of it was funny.
What was the book The Phantom Toll Booth about?
I've read it? I can't tell you.
For some reason, I thought that the toll booth looked like a dog or something. Was that what it was? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember well enough. Oh, that's just the dock.
We need to go around.
Yeah. I also need to plug in my controller now that I'm thinking about it.
Yes, because it was running out of batteries. In the age of wireless technology, batteries are still quite necessary. Now, this is your Switch controller, right? Sort of the special controller that they made that's more akin to, say, a PlayStation or Xbox.
Yeah. It's nice. I like it.
I still miss the Nintendo 64 controllers.
I didn't like the N64 controllers at all. They were weird and awkward. Like when your brother had me using one for Gemini.
One thing I always thought was funny with them was that they had 3 places to put your hands.
Yeah, the
but
idea
you
of that
never
is-
needed them for the side.
Yeah, but that's mainly just because they didn't know how to design, because they unified it, because now we've got the D-pad and the stick. And sticks are much better anyway. Personally, I was more of a GameCube controller fan. Still am. I really liked those controllers. Lofty thing. Hey guys, we fixed your world, so now have fun dealing with this dark and creepy phenomenon every night.
Alright, that was the tower we had seen before. Alright, you restored it from the Lost.
You did it, Kanata. Now, touch and activate the Chronos Sprint Night column. Is it just me, or is this, like, way too little pomp and circumstance for turning time back on?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we should have to go through,
Also,
like,
how
a
is just
substantial
day and
dungeon.
night associated with time? Would that mean time was permanently frozen, but people were able to exist and have children and live in it?
I don't
or
know.
Like, what
yeah, I
was
mean, it
going
kind of
on?
feels like the world's breaking down for some reason. The Chronos...
The Chronos Sprint Night column is filling with the power of memories. The vocal suit Primordium's sealed power has been awakened. Duh. You can now use the Paradigm Drive attunement.
The Paradigm Drive used by Obaro's Volco suit confers Obaro's skills to his Volco suit, which allows him to use advanced magic that is more powerful than the skills on their own. When attunement is in effect, using other skills increases the chance of hitting the target's weak spot.
The vocal suit Fabulesco's Link skill Judgment has been unlocked.
And new artifact, Primordium.
New artifacts. Was it going to become nightfall immediately?
Yep.
Yeah! I can't see a thing. It really worked.
It's the end of days!
We've plunged the world into darkness.
1,000 years of night!
Okay, I'm gonna stop sounding evil, but usually isn't that the villain's line? I will plunge the world into a never-ending darkness.
Yes.
Like,
So this is what night looks like, huh? Or doesn't look like, rather. That's right. Embrace our newfound friend. I believe now we'll be able to enter that prison tower. Come on, everybody. Let's make our move before the light returns.
I want to see people's reactions.
We just get back to the
Everyone's
Empire
screaming,
and the whole place is on fire.
It's
And
the end
there's
of the
just,
world.
yeah, just panic. Oh, let's see. So we're going to the prison. Do we? Nah, let's just go through the prison. I want to see everybody's reaction, but it'll take too long.
The scientists would find it fascinating. Wouldn't
True.
the head scientist be like, oh my, it's just like I was reading in my books. Wait, they're talking
didn't
about
write
how
his
he's just a hero?
dialogue. Wow.
What, no one's... It's night and they don't care?
They're not even aware. I mean, that just feels like kind
How
of
about these people? Anyone? Then again, they're inside, so they probably wouldn't know.
Nope. Complaining about his boss.
Winger stuff.
Nothing.
Nah, I still would have talked with the old man, Flacco.
We'll talk to him on the way out or something.
But then it might become daytime, and then we'll never see nightfall again.
I'm sure we can talk to him. It's not like he's gonna have anything new to say.
Oh, we have to sneak in somehow. Is there a kind of side door or entrance? First taste of the night. Can you get a Volco suit on and like plow through that wall?
Can't put Volco suits on in town.
Oh. How disappointing. Is this the prison block?
Yeah.
We have to get into that side room, I'm sure. Over there? Why
I'm
would
not
they?
sure, because there's 2 of them.
I was gonna say climb up the pipes, but that would be right next to those guards.
This is kind of bad. Yeah, if you go north here, it's where the prison block is. It's a creepy place, you should stay away. So...
Yeah, I think we have to go around. We have to find another way in. Or we talk with the scientist. What do you say?
Yeah?
I'd say we talk with the scientist, and then maybe
I'm
he
gonna
or...
see if there's a way in around the headquarters, like, you know, maybe not...
Yeah, off to the left, I think.
Because I don't know if we've necessarily been this way.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And there is a save spot.
This looks
is
a little bit more promising.
Nice.
Yeah, I've already explored that entire area.
Oh, cutscenes. This is like a guard situation.
There, that's our way in.
You mean we go past those guards? But how?
Getting cold feet, Lumina. You can always stay behind and wait for us here.
I most certainly am not. And who made you Kanata's bodyguard anyway?
At least I'm not his babysitter. That's enough, you two. We're wasting time. I'll go alone if that's what it takes. But I don't think we can just waltz in. We'll need to distract the guards somehow. A distraction. That should do the trick. Leave it to me.
Huh? Oh, of course, he uses those guys as a distraction.
What the heck?
The things you do.
Is that the thanks I get for opening up a way in? Come on, let's move. We only have one chance. I'm suddenly reminded of a really shitty stealth section in Crisis Core.
Camo vest.
It was bad. I think I had to do it about 12 times. It was what got me to quit the game.
Camo core? Or wait.
Crisis Core.
Crisis
Final
Core,
Fantasy
sorry.
VII Crisis Core was like the prequel game. It was actually really good. But my poor PSP was kind of aging by the time I picked it up. And so, like, the square button was dying, and it was just...
Uh-oh.
More guards. And they won't be too pleased if they find us here. Let's hang back and see if we get a chance to move forward quietly.
Can you get down onto that platform? Because there's definitely a spot you can go onto the pipe. Oh, he's turned.
There
Nice.
we go. Spotion.
Go into the ventilation system.
I think I've pinpointed why I'm so tired today, at least. I slept for like 10 hours straight. So I'm like ridiculously tired as a result of it. Deke? Well, if it isn't my saviors, I haven't seen you since we met in the Mistral Gorge. What are you doing here, Deke? That's what I want to know. I have no idea what happened. I just made it home when the Imperial snatched me up. Next thing I know, I'm here. Didn't do anything wrong in that gorge. All I did was run into you folks here. I tell you, this streak of bad luck I'm on is never ending. I'm cursed.
Maybe they... Did he own the mines? Maybe they want to take possession of all the terramite that he found.
Yeah, maybe he knew about terramite. Could it be this whole chain of events started because you met us? I wasn't there, so I don't know what happened, but you seem to have an idea, don't you, Kanata? Deke is the one who told us about the terramite. He also said it was on Rahet, where you could find deposits of this stuff. And we're the ones who spilled the beans about terramite on Rahet in front of Zemrod. Zemrod assured us that terramite had nothing to do with the mission, but Do you remember what the War Maiden of the Twilighters said about the Imperials stealing all that terramite from the mountain?
Yes, I remember now.
So what you're trying to say is the Imperials don't want anyone to know they took terramite from Rahat.
And that's why they arrested Deke, to silence him.
Definitely something going on. The Imperials lied to us. Question is, what are they trying to get us to do? It doesn't matter to me. I don't know what's going on, but I'm really fine with being here. I know I'm innocent. I'm sure they'll clear me of this charge eventually. Until then, I'm going to enjoy this prison life. And besides, it's been a pleasure to have met you all. Aha! I do have some luck after all. I mean, they left me my digging tools. I've got, like, several holes to wherever I
Why don't you
want
talk
to
to
go.
some of the other people? Who are they?
Well, I just want to point this out. They left this guy his pickaxe.
Oh, he could dig himself out. That'd be funny.
I wish he actually had said, like, yeah, I've got a secret tunnel going straight to the inn. That's where I sleep now. They just like to believe that I'm here. If I'd known for a moment that just a moment of weakness would lead to this. If I ever get out of here, I swear I'll change. Well, that's not useful.
He probably tried to steal something.
Think it's a lady?
Really?
I don't know.
Dang, I never thought just getting into a fight would get me thrown in jail. I didn't even start it. I was just defending myself. How can they do that?
Okay, somebody's written this on the wall. I hereby dedicate this love story, into which I've poured all my 20 years life experience to all prisoners.
Oh.
Illusion.
Illusion memory. Mysticism. Uh-oh. Well, that guy's back is turned. You can probably get down the hallway. Don't approach him.
Who goes there?
What did you do? What did you do? You're probably supposed to hide in that cell until he turns and then goes into the northern hallway, and then you can go down to the southern hallway. Yep, see? Let's go down the south part of the hall.
I want that item.
You want the treasure chest. Yep. Night coat.
I think we already had one of those, though. Less exciting. I really like JRPGs with like cool, unique items and treasure chests and dungeons. But I've noticed with Setsuna and this one, they almost never do that. It's just like, oh yeah, here's an item you can buy in the shops. What's the point? We don't know.
Nothing especially unique.
Nope.
Yeah, look, they have all this water. Yeah, the ventilation. Oh! Whoa, they can spot you on the...
That guy.
Yes.